Okay, hello, this is, well, the first episode of Daytona. Career mode anyways, for me, at least. I'm sure other people have probably done playthroughs of this. Unfortunately, I just realized that because, like, GameCube emulation or whatever, I don't know how to get rid of this. And I think it's probably because the game wasn't originally made to be, like, widescreen. I'm not sure how to, like, fix that, unfortunately. So, it's like we're playing on a GameCube, guys. Alright, so we're here. We have the first race out of a lot-ish. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys the beginning, but I didn't actually record it to make sure the saving worked. Good news, saving worked. Bad news, don't know how to start a new game. So we're here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 races. So that looks like 5 episodes at least for this season. Let me set up these settings really quick. Sorry, I just have to go through all the things, make sure everything's how I like it. Unfortunately, because I'm using a keyboard, messing with that doesn't help the whole time. Because it's either apply or not apply, rather like some apply versus not apply. Oh, reset career. Oh wait, nope, that changes nothing. Okay, let's go ahead and make our car pretty. Actually, I want to see what I can. Whoops, dang it. See what I can buy with my starting $800. Part of the career mode is buying and upgrading your vehicles as well. You don't really see a whole lot visually, but I figure that's not a big deal. Oops, thing. Alright, I think I'm going to save up a little bit before I buy anything. I think if I get the engine first, it'll give me more horsepower than the exhaust or anything else. So I think first thing we'll try to get is the engine. Oh, almost forgot, we gotta make the car pretty, right guys? Sorry, kind of have like a cold or something. I'm not entirely sure. So, let me find the mute button really quick. Alright, we are back. I had to blow my nose, because I'm sure you wanted to know. Alright, so that seems like a good template. Gonna make this. I actually don't know how to mess with this. How do I... I'm messing with it. I can kind of hear it moving. But I have literally no idea how... Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. I don't know why this isn't updating with it for some reason. It goes like a tiny bit. The color's blue, I guess. Make this... It's a bit red. Nope, that's dark. Okay, when I said pretty, I didn't actually mean pretty. It looks like garbage. This looks really awful. Alright, let's get this blue. Like me some blue. I really have to change this color. I can't. See, the thing is this paint scheme I always get. I'm not gonna lie, it's always flames and blue and green. And if it's not flames, then it's at least blue and green. Good enough, I guess. So let's hope it saves. Yep, cool. Alright, to the first race, boys. As I said, this series, I don't know how long I'm going to make it or not. But, if I wanted to go on, I could make it basically go on infinitely. Because if I do 2 episodes per, or 2 races per episode, and depending on how long the races are themselves, this could fundamentally go on forever. In the future, I'm probably going to cut out qualifying because I don't think you guys are going to want to see that too much right now. But well, I'm also talking, so it helps to have that, to have some context. Now, I don't know how big of a thing dirt racing here is in the United States, but I thought it'd be cool to go to one somehow, one day. I'm sure it still exists, but obviously NASCAR Cup racing and truck is where it's at. As of now, I have the controls set as A is A, B is B, X is X, Z is Z, Y is Y. So if you're curious about my controller setup, well, not controller, but keyboard setup, that's what it is. The first season is decently rough, but because I had the settings that I do, you get like certain multipliers to help pay for any damage that you might end up causing or getting caused towards you, because the AI in this game aren't the nicest. Unfortunately, you're probably hearing sound bugs if I am, so I don't know how to fix that. I think that's just a problem with the emulator in general. Probably has something to do with a sound file somewhere, but I'm not technologically intelligent, so can't exactly, I wouldn't know how to fix that at all. I'm not even sure how they get these games emulated to begin with. I will say that I do want to try and get a controller at some point, because using the arrow keys is not the most comfortable setup in the world. I could set it up to WASD, but like I said, I have A as A, so that wouldn't help for one thing, but for another thing, I don't think that'd be a whole ton more comfortable in this context. I set the races as short because I don't think you guys are going to want me to do like a whole short time on lap thing. Although that is something that I do want to try and do at some point, because I know that those laps, those races are hours long, like 2, 3, maybe 4 hours long, depending on like crashes and junk. And I do want to at some point upload a video of me doing one just to see if I could do it. It's going to be brutal and agonizing. I think it's technically doable. Now, the way that they do qualifying in dirt, at least, is you go through, you do qualifying, you do heat, and then you do A main or B main. I, unfortunately, am in B main. So, let me go through this. Okay, I can't show you the past ones. Like I said, you have like practice, qualify, heat 1, heat 2, B main, A main. In order to get to A main, you have to either finish heat 2 really well, as I did. I was sick, so I didn't do that well, or heat 1 really well. The way heat 1 and heat 2 are oriented is through your qualifying positions. So if you have an odd number, so 1, 3, 5, so on. Your heat 1, if you have an even number, 2, 4, 6, 8. Your heat 2, which is what I was. I don't know what I started with, but anyways, if you're in heat 2 and you finish beyond 5th place, you end up in A main. I don't remember how it works for heat 1, but I do remember that's how it works for heat 2. So as a result, I'm here in B main. I don't recall what place I have to be in. I think it's either before 5th or 3rd. I haven't lost a B main to where I couldn't go into A main before, I don't think. Not when I was actually like not a kid crashing the opposite direction because I was bored. So hopefully that doesn't happen now because that'll be really awkward. Well, maybe not awkward, but boring and unfortunate because I don't think I even get paid in that case. Luckily, because I ended in 6th for Heat 2, I started in 2nd place, it looks like here. Okay, actually, yeah, now I remember. The way that this is set up is it's people from Heat 1 and Heat 2. I'm assuming the guy that was 1st place was probably 6th place as well for Heat 1. So they take the best 5 of Heat 1 and Heat 2 and put them as 1st place, 2nd place, respectively. And then you have everybody else goes to B main, where the first 3 qualifiers get into the actual race itself. So hopefully I don't crash because on this map I've done that a lot. Those poles, if you try to scoot through here, the dirt is slippery for some reason. I'm sure it's not actually slippery, it's just the tires aren't made to grip like that or something. I'm sure it makes sense, I just don't know the physicalness of it. And then you end up hitting that pole and then you're out because your engine's dead. And then you have to pay the repair bill, which is like pretty ridiculous and unfortunate if it's like your first race. So I'm hoping we finish this race really quick. I'm going to stop recording for a little bit to blow my nose and chill for a second, and then I'll get back to this episode. Nope. So yeah, like I said, when I was a kid, I don't even know, I would play career mode. I put it on easy like I have now, because I'm still not that good at this game. Also, I kind of have a handicap with the keyboard, but whatever. And then I would just turn the car around and I would just ram them, and then I would be out of the race, and I have to pay like $1 bajillion, which I didn't have because I have a steering race. And sorry, I have like a cold or something. It's weird because I just have my nose is really runny. So I'd try and ram them. I wouldn't have money because I didn't race. But the game kind of doesn't care if you don't have money. It just means you can't upgrade. So I'd be stuck in this loop of garbage car, just crashing in races because I didn't care or try hard enough. I was actually really bad as a kid at this game. So if you think I'm not that great now, just imagine me as a 8-year-old or whatever I was. Oh, come on. I mean, that was kind of my fault, but, you know. Yeah, here you go. You see the top 3 people of B main were able to go on to A main. The final positions of those guys are already determined by the places that they got in B main, unfortunately for them. But it also means that we don't have to worry about that. Now, I'm not sure if the damage done in any of the E mains, A main, or B mains, or heat qualifiers are like cost anything to you, but I do know that A main definitely does. So we're gonna go into A main, and hopefully not suck too badly, because that would be sad. Now we do have the benefit of the AI likes to cut, or not cut a lot, but they like to stop. So it's kind of easy to cut underneath them to get in and get some spaces. Unfortunately, if you do that on this map, like I said, you can slip and hit a pole, then you'll be kind of having issues. If we can get 10th place, that'd be great. I do think we can. One of my favorite maps in this game is Martinsville. Unfortunately, we won't see that for a while, assuming I continue with this series. It is a cup map, I believe a truck map as well. It might be in Featherlight, but I'm not sure. Anyways, it's a really, really short map, which if you're going 200 miles an hour and because the AIs break, you could just cut underneath them so easily. It's great. I love it. Because it's just like an easy win every time. Well, except for those times you crash into another guy and then you got a broken engine because you crashed into them, but for the most part, it's an easy win. Um, uh, if you want the information of what I use to download this game, I can link it in the description or not, but sorry about that. Okay, 5 laps. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to do that because the site that you get the actual GameCube game is sketchy, and if it does have a virus, I don't want to get blamed for it having a virus. There's one map on this in the Dirt series that I really don't like because every course you go into, I guess, every track, course, whatever you want to call it, your crew, which you don't really get to mess with until truck, which hopefully we'll get that far, but again, that'll probably be a long ways away. The truck series, you get to mess with your crew and buy like a manager, buy like people who change tires and all that jazz. Anyways, in Featherlight and, well, actually all the series or leagues, I guess, they always change stuff automatically. So in the Fairgrounds map for the dirt, they always put on a lot of tape, and this is a big deal because you don't get to, or it screws with your engine really badly because the entire radiator is basically covered in tape, which means you get like no airflow, which really obviously sucks. Which basically means that your engine overheats like every time. So later on when we get to that map, I'm gonna have to check the tape and see how much tape is on it. But that's really, for some reason, a bigger issue when your car is more upgraded. I don't know why, because I'm pretty sure once we get to it, I'll be able to qualify just fine. With minimal crashing and damage, I'd say getting the 10th is not bad at all for a stock car. Any sorts of upgrades. I only went up one position, I believe, but I'll take it. By the second season, I'd like to have finished the, what is it? Dang, that's it. Dang. But yeah, you can see all the modifiers that determine how much money you get, and damage setting bonus, and all that jazz. Okay, that's unfortunate. It's gonna be a slow start, that's for sure. Anyways, by the second season, I'd like to hopefully finish third in the season, at least, hopefully. Right now, number 9, that's not awful. It's not great, but we'll have to see. And here you see sponsorships, which I like the way that this is done in comparison to the other NASCAR games I've played. I only played like 2 or 3 other ones, but out of those 3, this is like probably one of my favorites. Obviously, the different spots determine the multiplayers. I don't have to put any sponsors at all in hopes for better ones, but I'm not sure that we're going to get better ones, at least this season. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one down so we get some extra money. I'm going to put Schneider's Skies, which I can't see for some reason. Where is that at? Why is it not showing? I don't know what's going on with the thing. Unfortunately, you can't actually see them for some reason. Anyways, right now we're just going to do the one which you can't see for some reason. I'm going to go ahead and take a short break and then we'll continue this episode after the fact. Where's the button? Okay. Okay, we're back. I did a thing. I rested for a second. We're back. I skipped the loading screen. We're here on the next map, which is called Event Schedule. No, it's not called that. It's the next map. I guess maybe I should remember that so if you guys are curious, you can find out. The audio might be a little bit potato because I stopped the audio and didn't realize that it would try to record a completely different set over the beginning audio for some reason. So I have no idea how this is going to work out entirely. Hopefully all is well. It seems like logically it should be fine, but we'll have to see. This map is an interesting map. I kind of like and I kind of don't. It's kind of depending on how the AI decides to react to me. Something cool about this map is it has a little like back area back there. You can't effectively use that as a like shortcut at all because it takes way too much space. The only benefit it would have is if this track was overloaded and there's a crash or something. I don't even know why it's there, to be honest. Anyways, I'm hoping to get a decent spot for this qualifying. Alright, well, there's only one freaking lap. Oh, dang. We're still Heat 2. Son of a dick. I like Heat 1 because it just makes things easier. Because if you do well enough in Heat 1, you can just skip straight to Heat main. You can do that for Heat 2, I guess. I feel like it's easier there. Alright. Kenyon, that's what it's called, or that's where we are, not sure. I just saw like a little thing on the side that said that. What does it say? Kenyon, yes, there you go. That's this map. Or course, or track, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, if we do well enough here, we don't have to mess with B main, which would be nice. Also, while all maps always seem to have a slippery spot. The slippery spot, while not as deadly, it will definitely slow you down and definitely screws your nuts. Because then everybody passes you. I don't entirely comprehend what the AI slows down for here. It's a nice wide open area, but I guess because the turns are so long that they probably are braking for a longer period of time. Which sucks for them, but it's great for us, right? Okay, hopefully that's... I have to make amends to the channel update. So, I'll just say that right now. Basically, I realized how long the first race was. That was 20 minutes. So from now on, every race is going to be its own episode. Just letting you know now. I don't feel like putting up another channel update for that. Oh, there we go. You can see the advertisement there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't recall that being an issue when I first played this emulator on my laptop. Cool, so we're in A-main, so that's good. But yeah, every race is going to be its own thing, except for this episode. This episode's going to be a long one, but other than that, the other episodes are going to be one race, one episode, which means that the series will technically be shorter, unfortunately. But it's whatever. Nope. Something interesting is you can see the little bit of aerodynamic damage to my car on that left rear side, but it doesn't show up as damage for the car info. I'm not sure what the threshold is there, but I'm guessing it's something that's not major enough to require like real repairing, I guess, or replacing, which is nice, I would imagine. But it is nice when the game gives you that little threshold to be able to bump people and not have to worry about like actually doing damage, except for when you do that, because that was reasonable. And unfortunately I bounced off of him and lost some speed, so that yellow guy is kind of messing with us. The good thing about dirt is there's no yellow flags, so I'm going to go ahead and tell this guy to go home. Cause yeah, go home. Stop being fast. There you go. If you do it right, you can get them to ram each other, which is nice. If you don't do it right, well, they obviously survive. Obviously, doing better on the racers gives you more of the prize pool, and for the dirt races, you really want to get as high as you can because, well, the money's really short, so you kind of really need as much as possible. Now, there is another NASCAR game that I did kind of enjoy because you had side things you could do. You had to deal with like popularity, and the popularity bought you like merchandise. It got you to sell merchandise. I forget which NASCAR that was. I want to say it was like 2005 or something. But I enjoyed that career as well. It starts off with you racing. I don't remember who it was. Either Jeff Gordon or Jimmy Johnson, one of those two, in a sports car for some reason. That didn't make a whole ton of sense to me. Basically, you can end up as rivals. I think you start in Cup. You either start up in Cup or you start in Featherlight. It really quickly goes into Cup for some reason. I just remember that being really easy. So while I do like this game more overall, the out-of-race campaign stuff that you can do in that game, or career stuff, or whatever you want to call it, is really nice because you mess with popularity. You can do like signings of fan signings and stuff like that, which is really fun. I mean, you just press a button, so it's not like you have to do a whole ton. But that helps you get more popularity, which helps you sell more items and stuff like that. You have rivalries, which you would race them in sports cars for some reason. Not sure why you would do an illegal street race versus a rival, but whatever. I'm not a NASCAR driver, so I can't say whether or not that's accurate. Yeah, those are the things I can think of right now. I haven't played that game in a while as well. Like I said, I enjoyed that career system. The game looked nicer, but I feel like this game had the best damage looking stuff. If they ever made a Dirt to Daytona 2, I'd be pretty freaking happy. Because they could just realistically upgrade the graphics, and I'd spend $30, $40 on it. I mean, I'm kind of crazy like that. So super filled with nostalgia for this game. But yeah, I do feel like it would be definitely really nice to either have a Dirt Daytona 2 or a high quality update, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, so we didn't win, which is expected, but we did really well. However, the next map's gonna be a bit rougher. I know that because I played them several times. Look at that, 5 times more bananas. That's not the word. 5 times more cash. There you go. because of the sponsors. So sponsors are key in this as well as winning races. Actually, sponsors might give you more money than races. No, well, I guess if I had later sponsors, then it would be. Luckily, we didn't do a hold on damage, but yeah, damage setting bonus is nice. I wish they kind of went a bit further on these articles, but unfortunately, it's just that, so it'll end up on on half a sentence, which is unfortunate. Not sure how I'm in. Whatever, that won't last. Guess I'm gonna check total money, see if I can. See, look, it's a good thing we held out. We have Steve's Quickie Mart, which still isn't showing for some reason, but oh well. Alright, and we are done with that. So that's all for today's episode. I hope to see you. Actually, let me go ahead and do this update really quick. The next episode will be on Monday. I'm going to do it Monday and Friday. One episode is going to be Monday, one episode is going to be Friday. And like I said, I'm going to change it to actually just one episode's a race. So, yep. I'll see you then. Enjoy.